What could possibly lead to the mysterious disappearance of 3 young girls from a mall just 2 days before Christmas? Nearly half a century has gone by, yet the case of Rachel Trlica, Lisa Renee Wilson, and Julie Moseley remains one of Fort Worth's most mysterious puzzles. This story is packed with elements that could easily fill a television drama: a mysterious letter, peculiar phone calls, swamps being searched, bones and teeth unearthed, cars pulled from a lake, and the involvement of psychics. Regrettably, after all these years, the mystery of what transpired with the girls in December of 1974 remains largely unsolved. With very few clues and even fewer suspects to consider, instead, 3 families continue to grapple with the haunting questions about their cherished daughters' fates.
The girls, 17-year-old Rachel Trlica, the former Mary Rachel Arnold, 14-year-old Renee Wilson, and 9-year-old Julie Ann Moseley, vanished December 23rd after telling their families they were going shopping. Their abandoned car was found that afternoon in a parking area of Seminary South Shopping Center. The next day, the only major lead in the case developed when a handwritten note was received stating the 3 had gone to Houston. Police weren't sure if the note had been written freely. It has since been sent to the FBI lab in Washington for analysis. Tuesday, a Justin man found some undergarments near a stream west of Justin, near Texas Highway 157. They were not there Christmas Day. But Renee Wilson's parents examined the clothing and determined it did not belong to the missing girls.
Some of our friends called us this morning and asked me if we'd heard about it on the news, and I told them no. So then we called down here and they told us we could come look at them.
What happened when you looked at the clothing?
They're not Renee's. They're not Julie's, I know.
How do you know that?
Renee doesn't have anything like that, and they're bigger. And Renee didn't have anything that color of green, like the panties were.
These girls have been missing now for 9 days. What are your feelings at this point?
There's something's happened to them. I know it. 'Cause it's just not like them. They wouldn't have just run off. Nobody heard nothing from them.
Well, 9 days ago, I thought maybe they had just went somewhere, but now I don't believe they have. I believe they've been picked up by somebody and been held. And that they've been hurt or something.
You haven't given up hope, though.
No, no hope give up. Just want them to come on back home.
Among the 3 missing girls, Julie Ann Moseley stood out as the youngest. She was merely 9 years old when she disappeared. Remarkably, Julie was a last-minute addition to the group's shopping excursion. As the oldest of the trio, Rachel was just 17 years old, married and living with her husband. While her formal name was Mary Rachel Trlica, she was usually called Rachel. Lisa Renee Wilson was only 14 when she mysteriously disappeared. She was inseparable from her best friend, Rachel. On the morning she went missing, Lisa, who often went by Renee, had spent time at Julie's house. It was a particularly thrilling day for her, as Terry, Julie's older brother, and Lisa's boyfriend, had presented her with a promise ring. At first, Lisa and Rachel wanted Terry to join them, but he decided to spend time at a friend's house instead. This left room for the younger Julie to tag along with the 2 older girls. Just before they departed, Lisa ensured her mother knew to pick her up at her great-grandmother's house at 4 p.m. as she was looking forward to a party. It was just past noon on December the 23rd, 1974, when Rachel, Renee, and Julie embarked on their final Christmas shopping spree at the Seminary South Mall. Their first stop, though, was an Army-Navy surplus store where Rachel needed to pick up an item she had reserved on layaway. As they pulled into the mall, Rachel parked her 1972 Oldsmobile near the Sears store. When the girls did not return as planned, their worried parents went to the mall to search for them. There, they found Rachel's car, locked tight, but the girls' shopping bags were clearly visible on the back floor. Authorities were alerted to the disappearance of the girls, yet they were classified as runaways. The parents, firmly believing otherwise, kept searching into the night. The police's theory seemed to gain traction when a letter arrived at Rachel's residence the next day. With its odd features, the letter sparked curiosity about whether Rachel had genuinely penned it. The name Rachel was scribbled in pencil at the upper left corner of the envelope, yet it was addressed in a rather formal manner. Thomas A. Trlica. Rachel usually called her husband Tommy. The stamp affixed to the envelope had been canceled that very morning. The cancellation, however, did not provide a city. The zip code was partially obscured. Investigators interpreted the 5-digit number to suggest that the letter originated from either Throckmorton, Texas, the nearby Elizasville, or Weatherford. Inside the envelope lay a note, penned in ballpoint ink, that read, "I know I'm about to catch it, but we just had to get away. We're going to Houston. See you in about a week. The car is in Sears' upper lot. Love, Rachel." Rachel's signature initially featured a tiny loop that appeared more like an E, but it had been altered to create a taller loop. A few days later, a reward fund was launched to seek information about the girls' vanishing. It had been 6 weeks since their mysterious disappearance when Julie's mother received an unsettling phone call at about 11 p.m. The voice on the other end whispered, "Mama," then let out a moan before asserting that she was Julie Moseley when asked. Many people who were at the mall that day came forward, claiming they had seen the girls, but none of the information provided led to any progress. There were several tips suggesting the girls might be located under a Texas highway bridge near Port Lavaca, which led police and family to conduct searches in that area. Unfortunately, they found no evidence of the girls. Investigators also looked into rural Eastland County and Brazoria County, but their searches were equally fruitless. In the years that followed, both the families and the police faced mounting frustration. Although various pieces of clothing and skeletal remains were uncovered, none could be connected to the girls. Life continued its relentless pace. 2 years following the mysterious disappearance, Rachel's husband, Tommy Trlica, chose to divorce her and start anew elsewhere. As the 4th anniversary of the girls' vanishing approached, law enforcement acknowledged their lack of leads, with one investigator openly admitting, "We've never been able to trace them beyond the parking lot of the shopping center." In 1981, further bone discoveries were made, but they were confirmed to be unrelated to the Fort Worth trio. A Houston resident also came forward, stating he witnessed a man shoving 3 girls into a van, but unfortunately this lead went nowhere. The mystery surrounding Lisa, Renee, and Julie are still unsolved. Lisa was last spotted wearing a yellow t-shirt that said "Sweet Honesty" in green, along with blue hip-hugger pants, red and white Oxford shoes, and a white and gold diamond promise ring. She has brown hair with reddish highlights, brown eyes, and a scar on her her thigh. Julie features a small scar just below her right eye, a noticeable scar on her forehead, and another on the back of her calf. On the day she vanished, she wore a vibrant red shirt, dark jeans, and matching red tennis shoes. Rachel has striking brown hair and blue-green eyes. A small chip marks her upper front tooth, and there's a subtle scar on her chin, known by her maiden name, Arnold. Rachel's brother, Rusty, is still looking for her to this day. He deep dives in many bodies of water, looking in old cars. He has found remains of many missing people, but none have been his sister. Should you have any insights into the case of these 3 missing girls, please get in touch with the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children by calling 1-800-THE-LOST, 1-800-843-5678. I am truly baffled by this case. Let's discuss it in the comments.